What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing today? It's a beautiful day out here, out in the country. And today, we're gonna do a video on the different types of serves, how to hold your grip, and pretty much the whole shebang when it comes to serving in tennis, okay? So the first thing is gonna be your grip. For me, I'm gonna use a continental grip, which is gonna be the easiest way just to put your hand on the racket, knuckle over this first bezel right here. You're ready. Just whatever grip's comfy. That's it. Doesn't matter. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring you back here. So I'm gonna show you how to throw the ball up in the air. Easiest way is right in front of you and up. You wanna realize that your momentum is gonna shift forward and you're gonna hit that ball in front of you. So you wanna throw that ball out in front. So if I'm back here, I wanna throw that ball out in front of me. And if I can throw it out in front of me, that's gonna allow me to be in the right position to move up in the court and advance towards the net and put away the ball. So that's what's gonna be easiest. And there's 3 different types of serves that I know of, and I'm gonna teach you all 3 that I know. So this is how it's gonna go, right? There's gonna be a serve that you use for each section that is normally used for each section of the box that you're hitting to. So in tennis, you're hitting a ball into the box that is opposite of you. And that box just so happens to be diagonal from you each time. So if I'm over here, I'm hitting over to that box. If I'm over here, I'm hitting to that box, right? And the way that this works is each time that you hit towards one of these boxes, your feet are gonna be pointed towards the same exact point, whether you're hitting on this side or you're hitting on that side. And that's gonna be the opposing pole. So whichever pole is on your right side is where you're gonna be hitting, or is where your feet should be lined directly up to that pole each time. So if I'm over here, my feet are channeled directly to that pole. And if I'm over here, my feet are angled directly to that pole still. It's the same pole for both sides. And it's just gonna be whichever pole is gonna be on your right side of the tennis court. Now, with your feet aimed there, and with the knowledge of you throwing the ball out in front of you, and you coming for a hit on the ball, that's pretty much the entire process of the serve. What's gonna happen is there's gonna be 3 different types of serve. One is gonna be what's gonna get you on the right side of the box, depending on if you're hitting towards this other side of the court, towards the doubles alley, you're gonna do more of a wide serve, a serve that's gonna get you to the shortest part of the box that's closest to the net. The reason that you wanna get to the shortest part that's closest to the net is that's gonna be the furthest that it's gonna be away from your opponent to be able to hit the ball. What you're trying to do is you're trying to hit the ball into the service box in a position where your opponent is not ready to be in. So you're gonna pick that either wide to the doubles alley, you're gonna pick that either down the tee or down the middle of the entire court, or you're gonna pick in the middle of the box, which is gonna be straight to the body. And sometimes your opponents aren't ready to get hit in the body like that. Sometimes your opponents aren't ready because their backhand isn't very good to get that far backhand from you hitting it out wide in the doubles alley. And sometimes they aren't ready for down the tee because they're trying to protect the alley because you've been hitting it down the alley. Now, the same applies for the other side, the deuce side of the court, which is going to be the side pointed towards that direction. And you could hit it again down the tee or down the body, or you can hit it wide towards the doubles alley. And there's a serve I like to do for each of those just to keep it simple. There's 3 serves, okay? There's the wide serve, all right, which is gonna get that ball to spin clockwise. And when it bounces, it's gonna bounce even further outside of the doubles alley. And to do it on the other side, you're gonna use the opposite move, which is gonna be the slice. And that slice, when you hit it, it's gonna get it to spin counterclockwise or underspin like this into that doubles alley so that it's going to continue to go to the left. And you can just revert that. If you're left-handed, it's going to be the slice on that side, and it's going to be, I'm not very good at using my left hand, but it's going to be your curved shot, which is going to be your jumper ball. Now down the middle, usually how I hit it is a flat serve. So that's just going to be something straight up like patty cake in it. So I'm going to show you an example of these 3 types of serves. So this is your spin move. And if you notice, I'm throwing the ball over and behind me. And so I'm able to get a good arc on the back and top of that ball. And the movement that I'm doing is this is my setup, and my racket goes like this, and it slices over the ball. And that's what creates the clockwise motion. Now, if I'm doing the next serve, which is going to be my slice move, so I'm going that way, or I'm going down the tee here, I'm going to get it as far out from me as I can, because the way I'm trying to catch it is I'm trying to catch it right up here so that I can spin it. This one's hard because you can shank it, which means to hit the ball on the side of the racket, and you can launch the ball accidentally. But obviously we're not trying to do that. Here's how you do the slice correctly. So now you're going to put a lot more pressure and spin on that when you're actually out in the court. And you can use this move to your advantage in an overhead too. If you're trying to get the overhead out towards the doubles alley more, and you're getting pretty accurate with your shots, you can do it that way. So that's going to be your second. And I'm going to pick these balls up, and we're going to look at that third serve, which is going to be your flat, straight flat serve. All right, so we got our balls, put one in our pocket for now. Now your flat serve, it's going to be a little bit different. So my grip for the flat serve actually changes, and I put my knuckle on the second bezel here. So this is my forehand grip. This is the same grip. If you go to my forehand video, it's the same grip I use for the forehand. And the way that this works is you're trying to catch that face straight up, ready to smack it down. So it looks kind of like this. And as you can tell, it's by far the quickest serve. It's not the serve that you use for like getting it out wide, or the serve you use for getting it in, cut in real close. It's the serve you use for like, I'm obliterating my opponent. Like there's no chance that they're gonna do anything. And the way you can kind of practice it too, you can do like the baseball method, because this is how I learned best. I played baseball before I moved over to tennis. So I was already ready for short, fast contact with the ball. And that's how I resonated with it, until I was shown that there's a better way to get your opponent to move out wide or move where they are not ready to be positioned in. But to practice your flat serves, you can literally just do the baseball tennis and use the butt of your racket and practice. For me to do all this, I got a little chicken coop that I can hit up against, and it makes it super easy for the balls not to go way too far. So I mean, my balls do go in cactus though, so it's just what it is out here. But yeah, baby, those are the 3 different types of serves, the different grips that you use with the serves, and the purposes behind the serves. Hopefully you're a little bit imaginative and you were able to envision with me. Obviously I don't have a tennis court here. Those tennis court videos are going to come up in later sections, but this is just to teach you in a small, precise, concise way, and so you can understand as fast as you can how to get this game down. Because I'm going to teach you how to do the different types of serves later, where it comes to in-depth tutorials. I'm going to show you a straight video of me doing it over like hundreds of times, so that you can really imprint in your head how to do it. and I can show you and track the progress of me actually getting better at these serves too myself, and you can just see how they work mechanically, functionally, and I'll be able to explain it more in depth there. But for now, just keep in mind that you have your spin serve, you have your slice serve, and you have your flat serve. And those are all three used in conjunction at different circumstances for different reasons. On the point where you're serving, and even at the net, you're using those in your slices, you're using them in your dices, you're using them in your overheads, you're using them in your volleys. All the principles of all the shots are gonna combine and all the different moves and all the different variations. And I know that sounds complicated, but don't worry, we're gonna keep it simple. Everything's gonna be super simple here, and I'm gonna teach you how to get up to the game pretty quick. So I appreciate y'all's time, and that's gonna be it. Peace. I'll see you on the next one.